Hello YouTubers, my name is Elena Digilis with Tigras Tech, and today I'm going to talk to you about parts that you need to buy if you want to build your own editing PC. Okay, so without further ado, well, just to let you know, first of all, I'm not gonna show you obviously how to put it together in this video. This is just to tell you the parts that you need so you can make the purchase, and then when you're ready to build, and you build your own PC where you can edit 4K in 6 and 8K. Okay, but I'm planning on doing another video soon on how to put it together in details every step of the way with every little detail I can give you. But for now, I'm just gonna tell you the parts that you need in order to be able to build your own PC. All right, now first we're gonna start with the CPU. Why? Well, the CPU is like the master of the PC, the commander in chief, the brain, if you may say so. He's the brain, is the brain of the computer. So, of course, you need a good CPU. This is very important because as far if the CPU is not fast, then your computer is not going to be fast. Although there are some other thing that could make it slow, but you need your CPU to be fast, a good one. You need a good CPU. Okay, so I suggest that you go with the AMD Ryzen 7 3700X, 8 core and 16 threads. It comes with a LED cooler. It's pretty nice. It's pretty decent. Although, if for any chances, any reason why it should start to overheat a little bit, if you're gonna be working long hours on it, you may need to purchase a third-party one, which I would leave in a link on the other parts that you may need section, because I had to buy another CPU fan. I felt like that would be better. But this fan that comes with the CPU is pretty good as well. I'm just saying that just in case if it overheats or something over time. So with that being said, it's pretty cool, and of course Intel was my favorite, but until AMD came out with those Ryzen series, man, it's pretty good. I would say they evenly match, I would say, for now. But of course, AMD Ryzen 7, that's what I would go with. The processor speed right now is like 4.4. Of course, if you overclock it, it may even go even faster. So, with that being said, next, of course, we have the motherboard, and that's where everything is going to lay down. So you need a good motherboard. So a good one I would suggest is the MSI MPG X570 Gaming Plus motherboard. Is the PCIe 4.0 series, and it's a SATA 6 GB. Okay, so it's HDMI ATX, but the only thing is it doesn't have no Bluetooth or Wi-Fi built in. So if you don't mind, if you're under a bit of a budget, you could get this one and get you an adapter, which I would also leave a link on an adapter you could purchase to use Wi-Fi. Okay, or if you could stretch the money a little bit, you could get a better one, which is the MSI MPG X570 Gaming Edge Wi-Fi motherboard. Basically, this one have the built-in Wi-Fi and Bluetooth. Okay, it's still on the same series PCIe 4.0. So they say that's still 6 GB. Basically all those parts I'm gonna tell you, they're gonna be able to fit in these two motherboard. So the first one, you could buy the first one if you're not worried about the Wi-Fi. You could get an adapter afterward, or to save you the trouble, if you can stretch the money, you can get the MSI MPG X570 Gaming Edge Wi-Fi instead. So it's up to you. Okay, And next, of course, is the RAM, random access memory. Of course, you need that to be in the at least 32 gigabyte. Why? If you're planning on editing with 4K files, yes, you kind of need that, because it may, those files are heavy. You may run out of space. You may get one of those errors or pop-ups saying that. I mean, if it's just 4K file you're gonna be editing with, of course you need it to be at least 32 gigabytes, and I recommend the Corsair Vengeance LPX 64 gigabyte. Um, of course, at least 32 gigabyte. If you can stretch it a little bit, 64 would be decent. It would be much better. Of course, the more the merrier, the better. Okay, but at least you need 32 gigabyte of RAM to get that to work in your favor. All right. Next, we have the SSD card. Now, I would suggest the Samsung 970 Evo 500 gigabyte to start with. Now, the SD card is the best choice, and if you can stretch the money as well, you could go for 1 terabyte instead of 5 gigabyte. It's really up to you or up to your budget. Okay, so of course, with all the suggestions I have, I'm gonna leave them under the other parts that you may need section. That way, you can have a look at them. If you can stretch the money and get the upgrade suggestion instead, you could do that. Or else, the main ones I just said, you can get them. You'll still be fine. All right. So of course, like I said, the Samsung MZ V7E 500B BW, basically 970 Evo SD card, the 500 gigabyte. That should be fine. You'll be good to go. Now, I feel the urge to mention something about the internal hard drive, the regular hard drive, not the SD, the hard drive. Now, okay, I don't know. That's really a whole different type of video. But I'm just gonna put a little. I'm just gonna say just a little bit about um, the SD card versus the hard drive, as far as where you're gonna install the operating system. Of course, it's better to install it on the SD card, because let's say, how would I put it? So basically, let's just say SD is digital, and the hard drive is mechanical. Now, when you make a command or ask for something, SD grab it, give it to you, it's right there. Now, hard drive, because mechanical, you have disk in there. You have to look through the disk and find a file according to your command to give it to you. So it's much faster with the SD card. All right. So cool. All right. If you're planning on working with a lot of 3D files or 3D projects, should I say, you need a good graphic card. Okay. So for now, I would suggest that you go with the EVGA KR GeForce RTX 2060 Super SC Ultra Gaming, the 8 gigabyte. Okay, but of course, it's very important that you get a good graphic card. Like I said, if you're planning on working with 3D projects, okay. And another thing, like if you plan on working with 6K, 8K, I mean, I don't know. Well, mostly big production company does. I don't know if you're gonna be planning on doing that. So if you are, I think the another option would be the same EVGA GeForce RTX, but the 2080 instead of the 2060. But 2060 is fine. Of course, it's up to your budget. You know what I'm saying? So, and next we have the tower case, where everything is gonna be in. Okay, so the black version is still RTX mid tower tempered glass case. Basically, there's a glass inside of it. That's what I have purchased as well. It has a glass inside of it. You can see everything inside of it, and of course, because the CPU cooler that it came with have lights in it, RBG, and the front panel has lights as well. It looks pretty nice. So it's pretty cool. So you could get one of those. And it looks like it has a black and a white version. It looks like, so that'll be my suggestion for the tower case. The Pentax Eclipse black steel ATX mid tower tempered glass case. Okay. And next we need the power supplies. Of course, it's very important with all the stuff happening inside of the computer. With the especially if you got a couple of the upgrades I suggested, it's gonna need some power. So I would suggest that you go with the Corsair CX 750M. Now you got the full complete parts that you need to build your PC. Now, with all these parts, you pack a punch. Basically, you need a nice monitor to to run this baby right here. Okay, so of course, I don't have one yet. That's I'm not gonna put I'm not gonna suggest that you buy one that I don't have. Cause if I don't have it, I'm not gonna suggest it. So a nice 4K monitor to make that baby run really smooth. Okay, I don't have one yet. I have a regular one, but I don't have a 4K monitor yet. But I would suggest that you buy a nice 4K monitor to make that thing look as nice as it can look. And of course, I leave all the links of the parts that I mentioned and the parts that you may need if you want to upgrade under the descriptions. Please support me by subscribing if you haven't subscribed yet. If you're new to this channel, like, share, click on the bell button so you won't miss my next video. You know, and that's a big nice way to support me, and that way I'll continue to give you more videos like this. And like I said, I'm planning on making a detailed video on how to put it together, how to build the PC itself with every inch of details I can show you. That you'll be able to do it yourself if you haven't done it yet with those parts. Okay, so of course, my name is Eliner Desis, and it was a pleasure to be with you today. You have a nice day. See you again in another video. May God bless you.